On with the New is a pretty fun Betty Boop cartoon, and it made me laugh on a couple of occasions. This was released in 1938. It's directed by Dave Fleischer and Thomas Johnson, with a voice cast including Jack Mercer, Mae Questel, and Margie Hines. And it starts off with Betty Boop as a dishwasher. She clearly isn't happy with this job, so she decides to take up a position as a nursery assistant. And there she looks after all of these babies. And this is so much fun because it's like a production line. And I've mentioned this before, but I don't know what it is, but there's something really fun about factory-based cartoons. And obviously it's not quite a factory, it's a nursery, but we have this production line, this kind of conveyor belt, where the babies all come along and she washes them, and then they go and get cleaned and powdered and dried up, and then they get their nappies on and everything, and it's an absolute joy. It's very fun, very engaging, very entertaining, very well done. And then Betty puts them to bed. I don't know why it sounds strange when I say Betty and not Betty Boop. Betty Boop puts them to bed, and then all havoc breaks out. And the babies start causing a lot of chaos, and I won't say too much more about that. I will in a moment discuss the very ending because I rather liked it, but I thought it was a really fun concept. It worked very well. The animation was beautiful. Had we not had this kind of production line set up, it would have been as entertaining, but I found that to be particularly good fun. I think that worked very well. Obviously, in real life, that would be absolutely horrendous, but within the context of the cartoon, it worked very, very well. And Betty Boop's response to everything was really great. In terms of the performance of Betty Boop, this might be one of my favourites. I don't know if it would be a favourite Betty Boop cartoon in general. Maybe it is, I'm not sure. But certainly the character here I really loved. I thought she was fantastic, and the pacing was great. It doesn't take too long for her to get to the point of taking up this position as a nursery assistant. And I think they really got a lot out of the narrative. Really enjoyed it. Fun concept, very well animated. Definitely one that I recommend. I will now discuss what happens at the end, just because it amused me a lot. So this is, of course, a big spoiler for what happens at the end. At the end, Betty Boop realises that her job as a dishwasher, as much as she hated it, it was hectic, it was chaotic, it was easier than looking after the babies in the nursery, and she goes back to it. And I didn't expect that. It's not the direction that I expected it to take. I thought it was pretty delightful, so certainly a really fun cartoon all of the way through. Really thoroughly enjoyed it. On with the New is definitely worth watching.